Good midnight, America. Thank you so much for joining us. We had to go live, guys, because we got some awesome stuff that has been happening. We've been reading between the lines with their timestamps, leading us to Comey. I just heard that when we went live, our beloved Dan Scavino dropped regarding Comey, and we're going to show you something that General Flynn spilled about Comey. So Comey is in the crosshairs, guys. Dudka, we love you guys. You are all here because you know the storm is upon us.
My fellow Christian warriors, set yourselves apart from this corrupt generation. Be saints. That is the freedom that I wish for you. Freedom from sin. Freedom from our weaknesses. Freedom from the slavery that sin makes out of all of us. That is the freedom that is worth dying for. Kind of reminds me of the words that Mel Gibson first intoned in his Academy Award-winning film Braveheart, when he said to his ragtag army, and I say to you tonight, I see before me a whole army of my countrymen here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do without freedom? Will you fight? No! Yeah, fight you may die. Run and you live. At least a while. Dying in your beds many years from now, would you have been willing to trade all the years from this day to that for one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemy that you can take our lives. You can never take our freedom. Every man dies. Not every man truly lives. We must fight for that authentic freedom and live, my friend. By God, we must live. And with the Holy Spirit as your shield and Christ as your sword, may you join Saint Michael and all the angels in defending God and sending Lucifer and his henchmen straight right back to hell where they belong.
Let's go, guys. Happen as we speak.
The storm is upon us. But not without Jesus, our rudder. And in the words of Reagan, evil is powerless if the good are unafraid. God bless you.
And God bless you, beautiful patrons. Thank you so much for joining us early in the morning if you're in the UK, and in Europe, and middle of the night if you are in America, guys. So thank you so much for joining us. Let us play Hold the Line and lose YouTube, guys. Let's play Hold the Line and let me shout each and every one out because you know that I love you, right?
love you. We will be back in some form.
Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is
Bring him
unreal.
in.
But that is a dangerous, defeatist belief.
It leads,
to the conclusion
that we are gripped by forces we cannot control. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the storm magma. Okay, guys, we have arrived. Good midnight and good morning to all of you beautiful worldwide patrons out there. We had to go live, guys. Yes, it is my 22nd anniversary. Miss Grasshopper is taking a swim, then doing some painting. So I do have an hour, guys, to be with you guys. I saw some things happening out there in real time that were kind of foreshadowed with the timestamps that they were putting out there. You know, we started the show with this. We knew that Comey's in the crosshairs looking at their timestamps, you know, the inauguration with Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, and all that stuff. And now we can actually see that Comey, you know, indeed, by General Flynn is being highlighted, guys. So we have to go into that stuff because this is absolute proof that we can look at their timestamps, and this is a foreshadowing of what is going to happen in the weeks and days to come, guys. So without further ado, let us introduce the two guys from Weekly Shows Are Not Possible, all the way from the Pacific Coast, the man that never sleeps and is born ready, the man in the mirror, and the man in between, Mr. Lance on his epic quest. How you doing, my friend?
What's up, Grasshopper? What's up, Derp?
Yo.
And hello to our chat. What's up, guys? I know today was a interesting day. We'll just put it that way, right? A lot of excitement out there, really, regardless. So, yeah, it's good to be here. Good to see what's going on, just because there's been so much going on, right? All at one time. So I love to come here, Grass, and see your decodes and see kind of what's going on. I haven't really been decoding too much since you've been gone.
I saw one of yours come by. I don't know which one it was, but I did see one decode of you come by.
Yeah, but you decode all the time, right? I'm making videos and stuff like that usually, so having fun.
You are
right.
amazing.
I made the Obama video, right? So that one, I was working on that one for a couple days too, but that one came out good. That one was funny.
Okay.
So yep, just having fun, right? Memeing it up and living the life.
Absolutely, guys. And again, guys, for everybody out there, these are the times where people are going to expose if they either work to support the plan or work to shoot down faith in the plan, to suck your energy from you. I don't want to get into the specifics, but you just look around you. Who is sucking your energy and who's giving you energy, right? That's what it boils down to. So without further ado, let us introduce the man that you all know as Mr. Butterboy. The man that knows without being told, Mr. 45. Believe it or not, heartbeats a minute. Do not let him tell you otherwise. Mr. RQ Durfman. How you doing, my friend?
Mute Man is doing pretty good.
Yes.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm looking at what's dropping right now. And yeah, I say
who would have thought, guys?
I definitely did not expect any of this. The fact that we're going live on Friday, right? Which is your
against all
day.
odds. Against all odds, guys.
And yeah, so we've got Scavino who's been posting from, let me just make sure. I mean, he did post from the Scavino 47 account with regards to a drug cartel kingpin who was moved from Mexico to New York City on Thursday and is expected to face a judge on Friday.
Right.
So he was dropping that, and then lo and behold, he
Scavino
dropped
47 or his personal account?
The Scavino 47.
Where we are going, right?
Yep.
Okay.
At 12:20 a.m., guys. Look at what. Look at this.
In hell, guys. Guys, no joke. Look at this. When did we set that we were going to go live? Let's go to my profile and show you guys. This is when we said, get ready for a short Grasshopper live in 50 minutes. I texted Lance and I texted Durf regarding Comey. This is why we started the show. This is the whole reason why we started the show. Right? And when we went live, guys, Dan Scavino starts dropping about Comey, guys. Let's have a little look. What in the... Dude, 22 minutes ago. Ridiculous. 2 minutes and 23 seconds, huh? Okay. 12:20, guys. All right. Let's have a little look. 12:20, huh? 12:20. Example. Okay. The foundations, guys. Conflicts of interest. Who dedicated, gross negligence to Hillary Clinton? Because indicting Hillary Clinton would lead to indicting Obama and his cabinet, right? So Bill Clinton, okay, yes, domestic payday. There is Podesta, guys. The Podesta emails. Clinton health access. Dude, let me check it out. Let me see, guys. Oh, off the bat, guys. Straight off the bat. Dan Scavino. Let me see. What is this? And this is why you're all here. 2037, huh? 2037. Gotta be kidding me. 2037, man. These guys. Nancy Pelosi. Those terrible foundations, guys. Follow the money. Think Dodge. Right? Boom. Big pharma donations. Oh, California. New York elected officials. There it is, guys.
California.
Think legal protection. Think ports. This is how they traffic, right? So why would California elected official knowingly collapse the budget, huh? Yeah. Makes you think. So, okay, so those are really nice ones. Let me check it out.
We've got...
also 12th. Yes.
We've got the middle as well, right?
Yes. I'm going there. Let me see. How is this going? So we have 12, 20, 37. Do you want to go mirror or do you want to go this?
Well, you should probably check the mirror because you never know, right?
Guys. Lynch is talking. Loretta had a special deal on the tarmac with whom? Mrs. Gross Negligence, right? Okay, gotcha. So let's see 3022.
NSA.
Snowden. Stand Strong Gina. Shadow Brokers.
Yeah, define
NSA
shadow.
key. Connecting the dots. Okay, so that's really interesting, guys.
Well, you gotta think too, right? They're trying to delete stuff, right?
Yeah.
The FBI.
And yes.
That one
and
was
we
saying
have
like, hello, NSA.
And there is the length of the clip, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Betsy D, that brings you to who knows where the bodies are buried. The reason why Trump was asked to run for president, right? Because he knows where the bodies are buried and he has the goods of most bad actors. How did he got that information? Think Betsy Fox. Think, what's that other guy called again?
Blackwater, right?
Yeah.
Eric Prince?
Eric, yes. Yeah. Eric Prince.
He's in
Blackwater.
He's in the news.
Yes. So
depending
let's
who you
see.
follow.
So 20...
322 maybe.
Hey, Durf, we were talking about that this morning.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we were.
And there it is, guys. Barack Hussein Obama. And that brings you to the final decode that I had over here.
The final decode.
Yeah, this one over here. Michael Flynn, dropping at 808. General Flynn dropping at 808. And 808 is bringing you to drop 808. That is telling you, did you count the spaces in the tweet? And cross-reference those spaces against the spaces left here to match meaning. So what is General Flynn talking about? People must be indicted, prosecuted if guilty, given the maximum penalties, because at this stage, these are clearly treasonous acts of defiance, right? So there it is. The 111, so if you count those spaces here, it brings you to, he's got an extra space in here, right? Because he has 111 words, and there should be 110 spaces, right? But he has an extra space in there. So we have 111 spaces. What is drop 111 talking about? Who was this former president? Why would this former president be from the pre-political days, right? Who was arrested in Saudi Arabia, and he owns stakes in U.S. CEOs, right? Who funds the majority of U.S. senior politicians? Was the former president Barack Hussein Obama of the United States groomed to be the commander-in-chief? There it is, guys. Is the U.S. political and election system corrupt? Who owns the polling machines? Soros? They never thought you would lose, right? The complete picture would put 99% of Americans in the hospital, right? POTUS is our savior. Operators are actors. We are at war, guys. So again, interesting that General Flynn is dropping this while we also have Barack Hussein Obama in the crosshairs. And there it is, guys. The timestamp is 1:11 p.m., guys. What? Dude.
It sure is.
Dude. It sure is. Lance, I love you, man. It sure is, dude. Look at that, guys.
What the?
And to have, yeah.
I mean,
that just happened, guys.
You know what? Wait, go back. Can you bring it? Can you? Yeah, because we're not seeing the 111 right now.
Okay, gotcha.
The Grasshopper live show is hiding it.
I got you. No worries. I got you. Let me pull it down. There it is, guys. 111. I think you can see it now. Just give it a good few seconds before Rumble, I think, is there now.
You can see it.
Yep.
There it is. So you can see, we got 111 spaces. We can, now I don't have his tweet, but I can, copy paste this, put it into the aggregator, and it shows you that there is 111 spaces, bringing you to drop 111, spilling the beans on the whole corrupt system, right? Because like we always, remember how we had FISA all that time? Mm-hmm. Now we have Sessions cannot look like an impartial player out to get all former Obama team members, as we need him for other stuff. But this was always the priority, right? We are at this stage now. We are moving towards the first Q drops out there, and there it is. Good to see you here again, Q. This confirmation feels great. You guys in POTUS are awesome. Thank you again for all of this and everything you at Q and these amazing analysts out there are doing. Gratitude. And Q is saying, did you count the spaces in the tweet and cross-reference those spaces left here to match meaning? We're talking about treasonous acts, maximum penalties, prosecuted and indicted, guys. Why? What was Trump saying regarding the indictments regarding Hillary? He couldn't do it because how would that look in the beginning, right? Winning an election and putting in jail a former first lady. we first had to go through these 4 years of them actually doing to Trump what the supporters of Trump wanted Trump to do towards Hillary, right? First, we had to go through these 4 years to gain more momentum behind the America First agenda for people to vote him in, with, how do you say that? To vote him in to take care of the BS happening in the United States. Now he's saying, listen, I was voted in to do this stuff. I serve the will of the people. This is what they want. And this is justice because we have the good on everybody, right? So this is where Pam Bondi is saying, we're going to bring it out tomorrow. And then it's going to be like, people are going to panic. People are going to, moves and counter moves. And you have to understand how this works. You got to push and pull, to get the maximum result out of this, right? And it's just wonderful to see. And you can see who is on what side, who wants you to lose faith, right? And if you look around us, what they're dropping out there, again, let me bring you to one of those crumbs, right? FBI cash, big win, dropped at 1906, bringing us to Xbox, who brings us to Comey. Comey equals FUCKED, right? Communicating through those game consoles, Rebellion or Empire, right? We had these crumbs already, then dropping at 1909, Dan Scavino, pointing us to the Xbox Live. How many coincidences before mathematically impossible? Game forum comms, right? There it is. We have it all. We have it all. The right people have the information. The good people are acting on the information, right? Many drafts, bonus rounds. James Comey, we have it all. Ham comms, PlayStation, Xbox, every effing thing. James Comey, Barack Obama, Loretta Lynch, Sally Yates, right? No Name. Everybody on the list is there. We have it all, right? And when you go here, we got Cash Patel chiming in, right? Dropping at 23:25, bringing us to FBI burning the midnight oil is happening. What is a common theme when bad news is about to break against them? Who is they, right? Well, let's have a look at this minutes and seconds. 2508, right? If you can't see it, there it is. 2508 is bringing you to corrupt swamp sessions, Clinton email. This is where Comey comes in because he brushed this away under gross negligence. When she was brought to justice, she destroyed all the evidence, right? Smashing phones, bleed spinning the server, but nothing is ever truly deleted, guys. Because they never thought she was going to lose. So beforehand, they already got that information. You can try to destroy it afterwards, but we already have it, right? So there is Sessions, Hoover, the sealed indictments, and all that great stuff, right? The firing of the DOJ and FBI. Think Pam Bondi, think Cash Patel, and F all those people who are trying to suck your energy away, guys, because we are living in beautiful times. It's time to rejoice, come together, and observe this great awakening that is upon us, guys. Direct communications are necessary. Trust yourself. Think for yourself. Where we go one, we go all, guys. Don't let anybody take the wind out of your wings, guys. And let's go with this in mind, guys. Let's go to, somebody that I don't really like. But again, we have to go there because Harold is sharing us a video of Alex Jones, but he's interviewing the general. And this was posted on February 26th, right? Let's see. These were dropped February 22nd, right? 21st, sorry. So 5 days after this, when we had all those crumbs regarding Cash Patel, regarding James Comey, the sweetheart deal, You know, there it is. This was dropped on the 20th. So 5-6 days after this James Comey comes, General Flynn goes on InfoWars, you know, not because he likes Alex, you know, and again, he's waking up a lot of people, you know, let him do what he does, right? But he has General Flynn in there, and let's listen who General Flynn is talking about.
You couldn't get more American than General Flynn and his family. That's why they've been trusted with the nuclear weapons and everything for decades, and way back before that, because he's a total military family, total Americans. And they lied. They made up stuff. He did absolutely nothing. And, of course, that all later fell apart.
There's Comey, guys.
And they always go, oh, well, Flynn pled guilty. Yeah. So did Owen. He didn't have $1 million to fight him. Owen was outside the Capitol. Owen was there with me trying to keep people not go in. They said in their indictment, he went in the Capitol and attacked people. It didn't matter. It wasn't true. You saw it happen. And he didn't have the money. We've already spent hundreds of thousands fundraising. And so he pled guilty and spent 4 months in prison. Flynn did nothing but serve his country. And now Comey, who bragged all over television about what he did in sending in sex operatives illegally under the orders of Obama into the Trump campaign, and once he was president-elect, trying to get people to work for the Russians when there were no Russians, and all the Trump people refused, and they still went forward with the lie. That's espionage by the rogue FBI against the American people and our elected president. That's treason.
Oh, yeah.
Congressional hearings Monday and Tuesday. We played clips yesterday. I had a special report last night that they got them dead to rights on the sex operatives, the honeypots. And you know that was the CIA liaison now. He'll be with us till 45 after. I appreciate General Flynn joining us. GeneralFlynn.com. I want to first get into the first major target, now an official target of criminal investigation of the D.C. FBI, now under America's control again, of Comey and the intel he's getting on what's about to happen. I'm told he will be indicted within 60 to 90 days.
And guys, we're not saying this, you know, just listen to what General Flynn is saying, right? And again, we know it's getting there, right? No dates, no prophecies, no nothing. Let's see what happens. We have been trained now after these 8 years of Trump and 4 years of Biden and this incredible history we have with knowing how real Q is, that this is getting somewhere, right? We're now in the middle of this whole thing coming out, and it doesn't matter if it happens within 1690 or next year. It is going to happen. You know that, right? So don't cling on dates. Let's just see. Interesting that we have Kash Patel being, you know, confirmed. I said inaugurated. No, he was getting confirmed, right? And while Kash was being confirmed, we had Comey comes. And now we are doing a live show with a special on James Comey. And Dan Scavino made sure to drop at James Comey, guys. Check it out. This is ridiculous. There it is. He's dropping regarding James Comey.
Shout out to Trickster for a subscription, and Salsky got it.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, guys. So big shout out. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Grayson Trickster, we love you. And Saltka, welcome to the Radcast Club. And thank you so much to Grayson Trickster. And again, guys, what are the odds? You know, like it's now 12:59 a.m. And this is what Dan Scavino dropped at 12:20 a.m. Just, what is it, 40 minutes ago?
Yeah. Yep.
30 minutes ago, right?
Yep.
There it is. James Comey, guys. This is why I wanted to go live. What are the freaking odds? Let's have a little listen to what Dan Scavino dropped before we listen to this dude, right? Because, you know, I have a problem. If you're not sharing light upon Q, what's your problem, right? You should have known that. You should be enlightening your people. But again, on the other hand, people who do understand what Q is will never be told otherwise by this dude, right? Right? And for me, it's just like he's sharing information. He's sharing news articles. That's all good. He's waking up a lot of people. He's got a large audience, and he's got General Flynn spilling the bean on James Comey, right? So that's all I need, right? I don't, let's play Dan Scavino. Let's first listen to Dan.
Infiltrate President Trump's first campaign by using 2 undercover agents in a so-called honeypot operation?
Incredible.
Todd Pyro joins us with details. Todd.
This is big. Under the leadership of new FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Director Dan Bongino, the Bureau has reportedly launched an investigation into the agency's plan to infiltrate President Trump's first campaign using 2 female undercover agents. The Washington Times reporting that the program was launched in 2015 by then FBI Director James Comey. The honeypot scheme was actually kept off the books, and according to a whistleblower, Comey's investigation was separate from Crossfire Hurricane. You, of course, know that as the FBI's operation that looked into allegations Trump's campaign colluded with Russia. A whistleblower disclosure says, quote, the case had no predicated foundation, so Comey personally directed the investigation without creating an official case file in Sentinel or any other FBI system. The FBI has multiple methods of protecting highly sensitive investigations, so Comey did not have a legitimate reason not to officially create an official investigation file or have a file number. FBI leaders are reportedly looking for those once undercover agents who are said to have infiltrated the Trump campaign at high levels. Back over to you.
This story is insane. Thank you so much, Todd. The whistleblower said that Comey personally directed it, and using 2 female undercover agents as honeypots. They say it usually refers to an undercover operative who feigns sexual or romantic interest to obtain information on a target. So were these honeypots targeting Donald Trump? Were they targeting people on his team? Were they women that we were seeing on air all the time traveling with him?
She's like, were they sitting next to me?
And this is the same thing that is alleged.
That's what she wanted to say.
Martin Luther King Jr. as well, and recorded him to use as leverage. So the FBI, which was supposed to have reformed if this report is true, apparently never reformed at all.
Yeah, J. Edgar Hoover moved. James Comey always said he was above it all. And we know soon we're going to find out if that indeed.
Oh, he was above it all right.
It was actually getting all dirty in this. This is going to be huge.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So so this is 8:13 a.m., huh? 8:13 a.m. Let's check it out. 8:13. You're watching a movie that won't you weak. Distractions, guys. So Ronnie, thank you so much for your epic support. Ronnie 6841, dropping the boom. We love you guys. And I think Grigster dropped another one, right? So Grigster, we love you. Thank you so much for your support. And welcome to the Radcast Club, guys. Let's listen to our
Hey Grass. Do 812 because that's where they were at the beginning, I believe.
812. They want you to find it. How can some be so blind? Help them wake up. An estimated 20 million are reached. Question everything. Keep talking. Stand up. Fight, guys. So
I'm just going to say
guys.
That's literally what you were just saying.
Yes. They want you divided, guys. And, let's listen to the general. So what we do, we got the Q drops. We got Dan Scavino and Trump who are leading the pack, right? We're going to look into their timestamps, to their tweets, to what they're dropping, to how they are guiding us to read between the lines. And just 5 to 6 days after we collected those James Comey comms, here comes the People's General spilling the beans on James Comey. Yes.
Do the mirror 213. I mean, sorry.
213.
Is it 213? Did I get that wrong? I think I got that
218.
Wait a minute. 218.
I gotcha. Is it this Q?
Q.
Awesome.
Here.
Is
Sorry,
it
I
this
typed in
here?
the wrong one.
James Comey, guys. Let's listen to so Whitney Lynn, great to see you. Whitney Lynn 08, we love you. And Elaine, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. Let's listen to the People's General.
He admittedly was the managerial kingpin of all this, not just Crossfire Hurricane, not just the sex operatives, not just targeting Flynn, not just all the lies, but everything else that came out of that. General Flynn, former director of the Defense Intelligence Agency, Jen Flynn on X. General, thank you so much. Then I want to get into Romania, that you 6 months ago predicted would be the detonator to try to stop Trump if he got in, from stopping war and all the other inside baseball, as you obviously unofficially advised Trump. He's offered you 10 jobs, he said last week. You didn't take it. But you've, unlike anybody else, have the 35,000-foot view.
Offered 10 jobs.
Point blank range view here. So
shout out
to
Ronnie.
Topics. I want to hit a lot of them, but first, those two big ones.
So Ronnie, thank you so much for inviting people to the Red Castle Club, Ronnie. We love you. And timing success. Welcome to the Red Castle Club, and all thanks to Ronnie, brother. Thank you so much for your epic support. Let's listen to the People's General. And, you know, think about how Dan Scavino at the beginning of our show was emphasizing Comey, right? So what are the... Sorry, I didn't want to curse. I swallowed that one. So what are the freaking odds, right, that we're already on Comey with the timestamp regarding the Kash Patel swearing in as FBI director, right? And then we're going live because General Flynn was talking about Comey. And when we went live, Dan Scavino dropped James Comey on Twitter. Just moments before we went live, guys. There it is. At 12:20, it's now 1:07. 1:07 a.m. And this is posted at 12:20, just little less than an hour ago. Yes, Lance?
I know we usually don't, like when we're in our AM, we don't go to the PM, right? But when we're in PM, we go to AM, right?
Yes.
So if you do the military time, which is 2012, but you do the mirror, is 21:02.
Oh, that's 2Q, huh? That's 2Q, guys. 2100, huh?
No, 21:02. 2012. Yeah.
2012.
No, yeah, so that's the time, right? And the mirror is 21:02. I'm all off on my freaking numbers today. But
collective attacks on Q.
AJ.
Oof. Well, and
that's his freaking drop, dude.
That is this is an add-on talking, right? A Q is saying control and divide. How can the left use information to divide and censor the right? Why are affiliates of InfoWars constantly attacking Q? Who is pulling the strings? Free Speech System LLC, guys. So again, you know, they got to give you 70% of truth, right? And again, let's just move on from Alex. For me, it's all important what General Flynn is saying on this huge platform that Alex Jones has, right? I don't care about this guy. I care about this guy, right?
No,
so Jojo Guns.
Just a coincidence, right?
Yes.
that one has AJ's in it, right? Like that.
How did Dan Scavino know, huh? So I'm working on a song for the Grasshopper tribe. Coming soon. Keep an eye out. Jojo Guns, we love you, my friend. God bless your beautiful soul. Balls, great to see you, my friend. And Tattoo Tim, Ronnie, we love you guys. Let's get into General Flynn, somebody who understands James Comey as no other.
Wow. Going after Comey first, what do you know, sir? And how does it feel to have this monster who's on his face guilty of real crimes, who tried to destroy you and your family, lost your house, lost everything, built back now, and then you came back and you got behind voter integrity and you worked your ass off for 4 years, and now we've got this beachhead, and now we're expanding it, and now, I mean, it's just incredible. General, go ahead, sorry.
No, thank you, Alex, and this is a really super important time. Trump, I want people to understand that Trump's strategy for what he is doing right now, very calculated and very purposeful, and now that he's got his team on board, he had his first cabinet meeting today. And now that he's got his team on board, you can see that, the guns are coming out metaphorically, right? And Comey is going to be one of the first targets, because what is going to happen, and this is why I think you're absolutely right that within the next probably 60 days or so, we're going to hear about indictments coming against him and others. There are going to be grand juries sealed and such, and that kind of stuff will go along. But between Cash, Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi, President Trump, and then others of us that are involved in some of these aspects of what we're trying to do,
did you hear that?
Comey is going to fold.
Pause it real quick.
He's going to fold like a cheap cigar. I like how he says that, guys. I haven't seen the whole thing,
though, right? That's like the third time I've caught him where he's not like officially on the team, right? Like you heard Alex say that he's already turned down 10 jobs, right? But then, he comes in, and this is like it's like the third time I've heard him say, he's like, I'm working with them behind the scenes.
Yes.
Go back just a little bit so we can hear it one more time, because I like what he says right there too. Can we? Yeah.
Yes, that's things. Yeah. Let's listen, guys.
I think you're absolutely right that within the next probably 60 days or so, we're going to hear about indictments coming against him and others. There are going to be grand juries sealed and such, and that kind of stuff will go along. But between Cash, Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi, President Trump, and then others of us that are involved in some of these aspects of what we're trying to do, Comey is going to fold. And he's going to fold like a cheap cigar, because once these people are, the evidence is there, Jim.
So
you didn't destroy any of it. The agents are still there. In some cases, they're still working inside the FBI, or they're out. They will be brought back in. So all of this is now going to come to a big head. And it won't just be Jim Comey, because Jim Comey's going to be asked about, well, who else knew about it? Did you brief Barack Obama? Did you brief the Attorney General at the time? Did you speak to Jim Clapper? Did you speak to John Brennan? Did you speak to Susan Rice? Did you speak to Sally Yates? Who else was part of this conspiracy to undermine at the time a
one drop right there
of a major political party, Donald J. Trump, during the 2016 timeframe, and then all of that then led into Russiagate, right? Led into the initial components of the coup to basically take down America, destroy this country as we know it, and turn it into part of the one world order that.
Boom. So we all know the easy pill to swallow was the attempted coup, right? That was the easy pill to swallow that will lead into more serious ... right? So think about those coup drops, and let's keep listening to the People's Channel.
The globalists want. So Jim Comey is the first target, just like I was the first target in the Trump administration in 2016, 2017 timeframe. Jim Comey, believe me, once the evidence is shown to him and he knows it's there. He knows exactly what the problem is, and he's not going to get away with this. So Jim Comey ought to go to the tall man's shop, get measured for an orange jumpsuit, and because he's going to go to prison whether he likes it or not. Now, the only thing he can do is maybe cut a deal and lessen his sentence and offer some of the other conspirators who were part of this. There are agents inside of the FBI. They're not going to go to jail for Jim Comey. Believe me. That were part of this that he directed to.
So this is where you are. Also with Pam Bondi saying tomorrow we're going to release the Epstein files, right? So you have to understand, right? Like when this stuff is coming out, like when you are expecting this like a year ago, this stuff is coming out, it might lose, the power, right? But once you that information gets really excited, right? And now you think, shit, it's coming out tomorrow. You think like, dude, I got to spill the beans. I'm not going down for these MFers, right? Same thing is happening right now, right? Think about that.
Do this, right?
So they've never, real quick, Grass,
Yes.
they've never had someone that they've actually been scared of.
Yes. They're not,
right?
You know,
like they've always been able to play this game and control whoever's there. Right now, they know they're food.
Yeah.
And
now it's
like
Bondi.
Cash said, right? General Bondi, when he said that, when he got in, right? He looked at her and said, "Oh, General Bondi, look at the way she talks. You go down there, you get me those files, right? I want it on my desk at 8 o'clock. That's her friend." Right?
Yep.
Like, imagine how she talked to someone where she's not friends with, right?
Yes.
Dude,
so think about this now.
And they're making her look bad, right?
So listen to whatever podcast you want regarding Cash Patel and listen to how the guy is talking. Now, this dude is the head of the FBI, the director, right? He knows all the ins and outs. He knows where to go.
He knows where that black book is at, right?
Yeah. Now he's working in the FBI with Dan Bongino. Okay, so that's a problem for the deep state, right? Above that, we got the DOJ. We got Pam Bondi. They don't control her. Saying, hey, you know, this is, and above that, we got Donald J. Trump as the president, guys. This is ridiculous. This is an add-ons, you know, dream. What is happening right now, right? So,
can you imagine?
Happen, yes.
Can you imagine the phone calls from Trump, right? Like, who the right? Like, did you really just say you're going to come out with the whole files and then come out and be like, well, you know what? We still got more to get, right? And it just happens to be at the SDNY. Well, we know how much stuff is at that freaking courthouse, right?
Yep.
You got the FBI blocking shit. Like, it's literally like you said, like, okay, if they go in and arrest everybody in the FBI, I want to see it. Like, can we live stream it?
You know, so let's continue.
That'll be like
General
the
Flynn.
movie scenario ever, right? Like, am I watching a movie? Like, that is like a literal, like, FBI CIA movie, right? Like, we're gonna storm the right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
What is going on right now?
So we are winning on all fronts, and we're just, you know, psyching the enemy, right? It's gonna come out now. It's gonna come out now. You know, so
and then
yes,
it did.
It's going to be
it's not
epic,
like it
guys.
didn't. There's still new people in there.
Yeah. Listen to what General Flynn is saying. Let's go, guys.
That is happening. This sort of breaking news about going after Jim Comey to today's cabinet meeting, and you know, now that everybody's out, now that the media is out of the room, Trump is gonna, you know, he's gonna lay out a strategic direction that he's taking. Remember, we've only been at this for 5 weeks now in his administration. It feels like he's been doing this for, you know, for years. Thank God we have President Donald J. Trump. The people that did this, and you know, this ties into what Tulsi Gabbard just did to basically revoke the security clearances of all these minions who are operating porn sites on classified and unclassified systems. Ooh. So the behavior, Alex, inside of our government has been going on for a long, long time, and it is because of the arrogance and you know, the selfishness of people like Jim Comey, and he's a reflection of many others that rose to that level under the Obama regime. And then, of course, many of them came back under the Biden regime after Biden stole the election in 2020.
And General, you're on fire, but we've got limited.
Yeah, he stole the election. Oh, we gotta stop there, Alex. Right? Oh my God. You know,
but General, look at his face too.
This dude, man, stop
it, Alex.
Alex, stop it, dude. let General, he's like, oh, fuck, now, right? Like, did I say too much now? You know, they stole the election. Well, we got to go to a commercial. Let's sell some vitamins, guys. Let's sell some Alex Jones vitamins.
Exactly.
So Ronnie is gifting out 5 subscriptions. Ronnie, you are on fire today, man. My Taki Hunter, welcome to the Red Castle Club. LVG 73, welcome to the Red Castle Club. Good old 1978, welcome to the Red Castle Club. Denier PW, welcome to the Red Castle Club. And Bonsai 214, welcome to the Red Castle Club. And big thanks to Ronnie 6841, brother. We love you.
Let me just inject this. And then we have Jamie Menina, who is the CIA FBI
Look at his face.
staffer of Hillary liaison, getting caught by James O'Keefe and folks for 5 days, 6 days before Trump gets inaugurated, saying, oh, we're in the bubble at the Pentagon, the secret area, with the chairman plotting how we're going to have an administrative coup against Trump. Separately, the news saying, oh, the Pentagon will save us. And then he got fired the next day. And then now Trump just decapitated these globalists out of the power structure at the Pentagon. Over 5,000 removed now. I mean, this is lightning speed. What you said months ago he had to do. I know you're advising him. It's beautiful. And this is amazing. So can you speak to the ongoing coup discussions? Yeah. We don't just have the documents. We have the liaison manager doing the briefings admitting this. And again, he got caught
Listen to this,
in a pedo sting 4 years before that. He gets promoted. Like you said, this is a cult.
Let the man speak,
this is
my
a
friend.
cult, and these people are dangerous, and they haven't gone away. What I want your audience to know is that they.
So that's it. General Flynn is there to speak to his audience. That's all. We're listening to General, right? We're not, and
you can hear him. Look at his, or not hear him, but look at his face when he's saying stuff. He's like, you. Deep breath.
Yes, let's go.
In many cases, they've become more subtle in what it is that they're doing. So these little cabals, these little meetings that they had over in the Pentagon. So Pete Hegseth, and he knows this, and he's already starting to take some effort, to take some measures, take some actions to get rid of some of these general officers and admirals that are in these key positions. And you know what? People are whining about, well, and all these people, the politicization of the flag officer corps of the military. Bullshit. I mean, go back and look at what Abraham Lincoln had to do during the Civil War. Well, folks, we're in a different type of war. I call it fifth generation war. This is a war where we're fighting for the soul of this nation.
I was about to say the lie that no one's ever fired a general.
Look, you see that?
Kept firing and firing and firing until he got grant to actually fight.
Exactly. And so that's kind of what we're looking for. And we need that sort of attitude and culture, because we've got to get our military ready for China. And I've been saying this for a long time, Alex, and you've allowed me to get on your show and talk about this. We've got to get ready for China. But we have other, whatever, foxes at the henhouse door. And we've got to get the right leaders involved. Pete Hegseth has got that going. But there is an undermining in the Department of Defense. I can tell you, because I just got off the phone a little while ago, earlier this morning, there's an undermining going on in the Department of Justice still.
Yes.
Ed Martin, the District of Columbia Attorney General, he's got his work cut out for him. Now that Cash is in there. Pam Bondi the other day was walking around the Department of Justice, still on Saturday, I think, still taking pictures of Merrick Garland down. I mean, these people have not given up. They're just being more subtle.
Yes.
They're going to try to slow things down. That's why Trump, this has really been Trump for 30, maybe going on 40 days now. He's been hammering away, and he's telling everybody, this is what we're going to continue to do. He's going to put this level of energy
like this for 4 years.
For the next 4 years into
every day.
To light the fire under America that needs to be lit, basically to protect our freedom, to protect our way of life. This isn't about, how Trump is politicizing our country. This is about Trump.
This isn't a regular election. It's America fighting for its life and winning. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. We've had
you're not dramatic, Alex.
And just
You're not being dramatic.
They were doing some stuff to me.
I just see General bite his lip, right? You see him go.
They're not giving up. They're not just going underground. They're getting desperate and aggressive.
I want to say something.
Yeah, really quick, because I know we're going to come to an end. Eastern Europe,
I'm done with you.
He had enough.
Ukraine and Romania, believe me, these people are caught dead to rights. I guarantee, bet my life on it. We're going to see things coming out of Ukraine that we have never seen before. Yeah. What Doge is finding inside of our government, we're going to find a path of money going over to Ukraine All these other countries,
right back.
Right back to you, Alex.
And that flow comes right back to the coffers of people in Washington, D.C. When that information comes out, which it will, believe me, it will, people are going to be scrambling, and there's going to be a lot of people looking for some help from people like Kash Patel and Pam Bondi.
Incredible. General Flynn, I know you got to go, but stay there for just a moment. You're going to come right back. All you got to do is just kind of go.
Oh, no.
Now,
let's see. No. Let's see. Okay, wait.
La in while General's there. Huh?
What is that? Shell-Elite complex? What is that stuff?
That's what I said. Sha-la-la-la-la.
Shell-Elite. Whatever the... Oh, there it is.
Biological weapons, nuclear weapons. Trump is 10 times and been very...
But that's Alex, right? Like, he's always been that way. He's actually not as bad as he used to be, right? Like, he used to just lose his shit.
Yeah, well, you know, and again,
now he's older, right?
He's been dropping information out there since day on end, right? So again, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know the guy, but it's just like, let's listen to General Flynn, what he says about James Comey. While we already had those timestamps of cash, Dan Scavino pointing towards James Comey, this is where it's going to go. And now General Flynn comes out. Remember how General Flynn was posting during a live show the day before yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now we go live. And Dan Scavino, while we are going live, is dropping regarding James Comey. That's why I wanted to go live today, even though it's my 22nd anniversary, guys.
Let's get into
big shout out to Miss Grasshopper, guys.
The Romania ongoing rolling Soros coup, the arrest of the presidential winner. Now he's been charged. I have the document right here.
He's going to kill you.
With crimes against humanity and a bunch of bizarre thought crimes.
What an anniversary gift, guys.
You guys put the digital up. And you said 6 months ago, you said, look for Romania if Trump gets in, or even before, as the detonator. You explained that. Now, everything you said is coming true, General Flynn, because they're acting like, okay, we might try to end the war on one level, but behind the scenes, NATO and some of these forces are trying to carry this out, in my view. What's happening?
Yeah, so, and I understand that Georgescu, he's been released, but under really
What's happening, General?
Restrictions from the court, like he's banned from using social media, can't appear on TV. So the strategic issue really right now, especially with Romania, is what's going on is there's a lot of pressure, a lot of conversations with Ukraine and what's happening with Ukraine, and of course Putin. We've seen the discussions between Trump and Putin, and their staffs, their teams. But Romania is an interesting one. It's kind of like, and I would say probably like if people start looking at like 1950 or how, or even back to World War I, how a spark, caused, the outbreak of World War I, right?
1950.
So Romania is an interesting place because the European Union and the globalists that are still controlling Europe and still want to see, this war continue, right? This ability for them to just continue to pour money, gain more power, as we have seen over the last, last 8-10 years. So Romania is going to be the next.
Interesting that he talks about power while saying people are going to look at 1950, right? 1950 talks about wealth and power regarding the Holy See, the Pope, right? The Vatican City, wealth and power. Interesting. Sanctuary against criminal prosecution, right? Recipe for disaster.
Sort of fire keg here.
Grass, he said 8-10 as well. He just said 8 to 10. So do 8-10. I usually don't look up number he's spitting right now, but I don't know.
8-10. Let's see. Yes, the trader sold a SAPs, right? How do you break up something this big? What happens when low, mid, and senior non-corrupt patrons learned that they've been sold out? Who's waiting with open arms with a plan to reorganize under a single entity with direct OS by trusted patrons? Who are trusted patrons who understand Intel collection, right? There it is.
That's very interesting, too, because remember Elon saying that he's going to have Starlink take over instead of Verizon for all the new upcoming satellites for the military?
Yes.
Well, that says, how do you, right?
Yep.
Reorganized under a single entity with direct operating systems, right?
Yep.
Because what the SAP was the special operating or special application programs, right? So
well done.
Look at everything they're doing right now, right? Interesting.
Yeah.
I've come across a few jobs lately where I'm like, that's what they meant.
Yeah. You know, news unlocks map, guys.
And what I think we're going to see is we're going to see a lot of pressure by Europe. We're going to, and it's going to be a funny thing because it'll be where they're going to try to decide how to maneuver Romania and maybe cause some other condition of conflict where it draws in Russia or it draws in other aspects and it causes the conflict in Ukraine to widen. One of the other things that you're hearing too, to bring other countries in. So these other countries that are talking about bringing in their troops, like the UK Prime Minister, the French President has talked about putting troops into Europe and other NATO nations. Well, if they put them in there and they're attacked, does that mean that Article 5 of the NATO Charter, does that get enacted? So there's a lot of undermining right now, and undermining is probably not a strong enough word. There's a lot of conspiring to continue to basically, just like that title says right there, to basically widen this conflict. The globalists working through the European Union, working through their World Economic Forum, confederates inside of Europe to try to make this war stick and to do it in a different way and to undermine any peace negotiations between the United States of America and Russia. Now, here's a couple of things that are conditions that must be considered, and I know that these conversations are being had. What is the future of NATO? Should the United States stay in NATO? What is the future of the United Nations? Should the United States stay in the United Nations?
Did you see that setup? Oh, it said one of Soros' lawyers were suing Trump for for funding getting cut. Dude,
really? Oh, that's funny, right? That's funny.
Oh man,
keep crying, baby.
Everyone's getting exposed, dude. Like,
oh yeah,
to a whole nother level. I've never seen judges called out like this, dude. Like ever.
Yeah, I got to keep pushing because I'm already at the hour minute now. At the hour mark, I gotta go. But let's finish with General Flynn.
Between
got 6 minutes.
The United States and Russia, two of the largest nuclear armed countries on the planet. So we can't discount the threats that I know that Russia feels from these threats by these Europeans who want this perpetual conflict. I mean, that picture right there, that video that you're showing right there, these are very, very telling pictures. The destruction that the Europeans and the globalists have allowed to occur in places like Ukraine, and principally against the Donbasses, the eastern provinces of Ukraine, which are primarily like 95%. These are Russian-speaking people. So the peace deal on the table. A guy like Georgescu, who would come in, he would be more of a sort of a Romania first type guy, and they don't want that. They don't want anybody coming in there who's another Orban out of Hungary or like what the Poles.
Well, he's also, as you know, a former top club of. You're also, General, as you know, he's a former top UN/Club of Rome top economist. Literally ran it, found out how evil it was 15 years ago, left, and he talks about Romania being a colony of the globalists, just like America has become, and how they don't even let them use any of their food. They have to export it all. He wants to end all that and make them free. That's why they really hate him.
Right. And Romania, when you go back to, if you just look at their geography and their culture, Romania is great people. I've been to Romania many times. You look at their culture, you look at their people, and you look at their geography, they have sufficiency to be able to take care of their own country. And I'm telling you, folks, for this audience, this great audience of yours, people need to understand that the globalists have not gone away in how they are trying to deal and undermine Donald J. Trump as the president of the United States of America. In order to undermine him, they're going to take other parts of the world that they can influence and that they can dictate to. That's what's happening in Romania. And as I said months and months ago, Romania is key. Donald Trump wins. Romania is going to be key as to how the globalists, use it. And you can see right now, what are they doing? They're arresting, they're throwing in prison any of the opposition that is going to stand against them. So the war is still on. We do have a great beachhead. We're breaking out metaphorically, but we cannot declare victory yet. And Trump is doing everything that he can. And my last piece of guidance to everybody in your audience, particularly all the American audiences, you got to get involved, folks. We can't let Donald Trump, we can't, act like he's the only solution. We are the solution. We, the people, are the solution. Donald Trump will do everything that he can.
You're right. We are the media. We are the eyes and ears. We won major battles, but as you said, we've got to win the war. Now, 2 final points, and then you got to go. I was talking during the break. You concur with what I was saying, because we've been tracking this. In 2020, they had a plan that was in the New York Times, John Podesta, that if Trump had won, they couldn't steal it. They would have blue states secede and use a race war as the cover for a globalist destabilization rolling coup. Then Podesta, Carville, all of them again said civil war conditions, uprisings, Trump's a racist, he's going to kill migrants, he's going to kill black people. Of course, that's just ridiculous. Clearly pre-programming a false flag if Trump got in to then have unrest and hopefully crash the economy and somehow drive him out. Then they talked about using the military to then do a coup. This is the CNN, New York Times. They have movies like Civil War that came out last year to pre-program all this, where a Trumpian figure is killed by the U.S. military. Now Hochul today holds a press conference and says that following increase in hate and bias incidents by white Trump supporters, Governor Hochul deploys additional staff to Joint Terrorism Task Force. So they're saying Trump supporters are going to start killing people, terrorism, no evidence, no statistics, no proof, ridiculous. I've been warning, if they start actually saying Trump supporters are about to activate terrorism, that means their operatives are getting ready to do some false flags. Some of these CIA contractors, or we know they've used German intelligence to Oklahoma City. And so we also now have the Tennessee man, trying to blow up XAI in Tennessee. So they're cranking up their own people, doing all this vandalism, calling for everybody's death, having all these Democrat operatives calling for killing Trump, killing Musk. I mean, they're turning the temperature up for a reason. I know I'm ranting, but sir, can you give us your quick analysis and repeat what you said during the break?
Yeah, so we're going to see some of these things. And one of the other aspect of their coalition, right, the opposition, so Black Lives Matter, Antifa, elements of Hamas and Hezbollah are on the streets of America, large swaths of them. You have the cartels. MS-13 is probably the biggest one that was involved in really the drug smuggling and the human smuggling. You have Tom Homan is still going after this, Venezuelan cartel. Cartel del Sol, or elements of them. So you still have on the streets of America a lot of operatives that they can tap into, and they in fact do tap into them. What we need to have a vigilance by the American people, and to make sure.
And then you got the Democrats want Elon to go back home.
Their own security, in their own environments, but the kinds of things that we're not going to put up with in this country. And so when you have a person like a Hochul talking like this, one of the things, and Trump is not going to fool around with this. One of the leverages that he has is federal funding for a lot of things, not just education or other aspects of election systems. I mean, Trump has a lot of authority to be able to take a whole range of actions against these states, particularly when it comes to federal assistance. And
by the way, General, I'm sure you knew this, but Maduro went public 2 days ago and said, "I'm rolling over to Trump. I'll give you the documents. Exactly. Your FBI has them. This drug cartel works for the CIA, not us, and we don't want sanctions, and we're ready to give you everything."
Yeah. So what we're going to find, and this is something that has got to come out.
Biden made him release the prisons. Like what?
Yes.
Like how much? I would say for almost a year, right? Trump was like, the worst of the worst were coming in. They're releasing their prisons. Everyone's like, "You're fucking crazy, dude!" Right? Like, excuse my language.
Yeah. Well,
and now you got Moderno coming out and just being like, "Oh yeah, Biden made us do it." Like I told him no, and he's like, "No, you're gonna do it, or I'm not gonna give you any funding." Oh shit. Boom. Okay. He did that all around the world, dude. We got some traitor.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got
There
some
it is,
stuff
guys.
coming up, right?
Yeah, Podesta. There it is. Let's continue.
Has to come out, and it will. And what the CIA has been involved in for years is basically undermining and running their own. It's like they're running their own government inside of the United States of America and doing all these different things. It's not just Venezuela. It's Syria. It's Libya. It's Ukraine. It's Afghanistan. It's Pakistan. It's Iraq. It's Yemen. It's places in East Africa. It's places in West Africa. It's places down in the Caribbean and Central America. So the CIA has got to be reined in. About, it's about almost 45 to 50%. 45 to 50%. I think the exact number is 47% of the intelligence community of the CIA is contract. So there has got to be a reckoning of what the CIA is supposed to do, what they are doing, and I know that Trump knows this. Trump is not going to let this happen.
Well, look, if they, I told you off air about it. If they bumped me today, that means they're bumping a lot of people, and they think that's going to scare us. Last question, sir. You got to go. I know it takes time. I know it's not just a list. I know it's not just a black book. They said it was the buildings, houses full of VHS tapes going back 30 years, right up to hard drives now with Jeffrey Epstein, Mossad, MI6, CIA. And, people are getting mad. Congresswoman that's running this commission, Anna Paulina Luna, is just saying, don't give me heat. Pam Bondi hasn't given me the Epstein file yet. I mean, I don't know how they can't release thousands, tens of thousands of hours of children being raped, but it has to. People need to get a report on it. And I'm not even running defense here for the administration. But people want this. But you're the guy that knows how to absorb giant intel and get it out.
Welcome to the Radcast Club, and thank you so much. Brixton Tricks.
Revelations. Why the limited hangout? Even Zero Hedge is asking that. Gateway Pundit, them all. I don't know how I would roll all this out, and I'm somebody that studies all this. So do you have any inside baseball on this? And what would you do, and what do you expect? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, a couple of things. Number one, and I won't spend a lot of time here, but I just wrote down two names, Manning and Snowden.
Boom.
Okay, they had large amounts of information and data that they took, right, that they had, and that we were able to put together very quickly what needed to be released to the public and what couldn't be released to the public, and what needed to go into legal cases. I can tell you at DIA, I put together a team of 250 people. I did it in about 10 days, and then we ran it for about 30, and we provided a initial report at the time to the Speaker of the House over in Congress, John Boehner. And John Boehner then told everybody in Congress to read that report. And we did that in about a 30-day period of time. It was
done in 30. And he had a list of 250 people, right? Well, what does 250 talk about? Peter Comey cleared the Wiener laptop, right? Do you believe in coincidences? Interesting, right? Mr. Done in 30 is talking about 30 days.
It's classified. Boehner made everybody read it. But I will tell you, that report was groundbreaking. So I know how to do this, and the people inside of the government know how to do this. They can pull together, if it's not already starting to be redacted and all this stuff, because you're right, we can't have videos of young kids and all that kind of stuff, but the names and all of the evidence that does exist, and it exists, not just for Epstein or John F. Kennedy's assassination, all this, JFK's assassination, just dump it on us now. Tell us now. Forget the redaction.
Yeah, because it's so old, it's not going to hurt any of the victims.
Exactly. So with Epstein, let's hear what the plan is. If there's a task force that's being put together to start to put this stuff out, let us know the task force is created. And let's just say every 15 days, we're going to dump a tranche on the American people. And we'll have this done in the next 30 days.
Boom.
Period. End of story. Get it done.
In 30.
And that's what needs to happen.
I totally agree with you. That's what I said yesterday and today. I said we need a press conference from Pam Bondi on this, on all the documents.
Is that in order?
JFK, MLK, Epstein, and just tell us the task force is being formed, the amount of data you've got. She needs to explain the basic stuff you just explained, because it's, truckloads of kids getting literally abused. I mean, they can't put that up. They can have reports that this person, it needs to come out. And thank you so much, General. God bless you so much. GeneralFlynn.com. People need to follow you on X at Gen Flynn. Nobody other than Trump is doing more work for this country, and we just pray for you and your family and salute you, sir. God bless you.
Absolutely. God bless. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, sir. Wow. Well, that was an incredible 30-something minutes.
Okay, guys. So that's it. Grass got around. I got a 22nd anniversary to celebrate, guys. So, but again, thank you all so much for joining us. I just wanted to recap that this is the reason why I wanted to go live, because when I heard, let me see who was the one that dropped me this this clip. That was Harold Hand. I'm not somebody that is watching Alex Jones at all. You know, so thank you all so much for letting me know that the general spilled the beans regarding James Comey on the Alex Jones show, guys. Just to show you that Kash Patel was granted in. How do you say that? He was
sworn in.
Sworn in, yes. He was sworn in as FBI director. You know, the big win, follow the pen. Donald J. Trump bringing us to James Comey is F-U-C-K-E-D, right? So there it is. Boom. The crumbs leading us to FBI burning the midnight oil. Well, it's a common theme where bad news is about to break against them. Who is they? The corrupt swamp regarding the Clinton email and gross negligence brought to you by James Comey, right? There it is. And then when we went live, guys, none other than Dan Scavino dropped at 12:20. We wanted to go live around 12 a.m., right? We were a little bit late, but how interesting that Dan Scavino dropped at James Comey, guys. The guy that we were going to go live for, you know, because we had General Flynn talking about James Comey. We had the Crumbs talking about James Comey. And now we have Dan Scavino dropping regarding James Comey during our live show on the 28th of 2025. Dan Scavino came out and dropped regarding James Comey while our Crumbs were showing you this whole live stream was all regarding James Comey. There it is, guys. How did they know? But again, interesting how this works. And Mike Tucky Hunter was dropping us. Dan Scavino dropped at 12:31 a.m., guys. Just 11 minutes after he dropped the James Comey stuff, he drops this. Booms en route, guys. Look at this. Boom, right? 12:31 is showing us what will next week hold. The Moab. Well, if this is a boom, right? Look at this. Boom. Moab. Boom. 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 What will next week hold, guys? The Moab, the mother of all bombs. The seconds of Dan Scavino was 31:57, talking about Ray Chandler, right? Are you awake? Think Epstein, guys. And there it is, guys. The 250 names that General Flynn had and had done in 30 days brings us back to Comey clearing the Wiener email, right? Do you believe in coincidences? Done in 30. Guys, what a show. Thank you all so much for joining us in the wee hours of the morning. And good morning, Europe. Good morning, UK. And good night, America. We love you all. And see you when I'm coming back, guys. So I love you all. Let's give the final words to our beloved Lance on his epic quest.
Oh, good show, Grass. It's hard to do these short, huh? There's so much always going on, right? We can sit here and talk for hours and hours, but
absolutely,
we were kind of trained to do that during these last rallies too, right? When a 4-hour show feels short.
Well, you know, I've still got 11 minutes, right? I got to be down at 3 p.m. my time. So
yeah, I'd rather you be early though. So let's make you not running a minute late. So I love you, Grass. I love you guys. We will see you. Probably we'll see.
Yeah, maybe
watch.
Maybe
just like this one.
Maybe
you never know.
Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna be back on I'll be, let me see. I'll be arriving home on Tuesday morning. So maybe we can go live on the Tuesday. Let's see, guys. Let's see.
And remember, you got Comey and what is it? His sister? And then her husband, right? It wasn't his sister that was the lawyer, the prosecutor for
Follow the family, guys.
Yeah, basically. Then her husband's at the district SDNY still right now. So we got a lot of stuff that's brewing for sure. And you can't say to me it's a coincidence that first day of Trump's cabinet, right? You got all this shit coming out, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Sanctificate is saying on Tuesday Trump is speaking. Okay, so does he hold a rally?
That's the 4th. Isn't that the 4th?
Oh,
let the 4th be with you.
Okay, wait a minute. So at what time will that be, Sanctificate?
Durf.
Yes.
I heard.
Oh, yeah. I don't have that info. However, let me just confirm. Yeah, Tuesday, March 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern, at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., President Trump is supposed to address Congress.
Ooh, yeah. See, late show.
Tuesday, March 4th.
So what time?
9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And just to piggyback off of what Lance was talking about, I think you were talking about Drop 4797, which has a picture of a news article that says James Comey's daughter inspected missing Epstein's suicide footage.
Yeah, that's
4757.
4797.
Ooh.
It's got SDNY in it. See?
All right. Uh-huh. Ooh.
So she's the one that, and her husband does the Ghislaine Maxwell case.
Yep.
And that was after they fired somebody, right? Like they were not fired, they stepped down, whatever. You know how it is, resign, whatever the hell happened.
And by the way, that drop was posted at 11:30 p.m. 23:30, right?
Yeah.
And Dan Scavino had posted at 11:30.
All right. That's a nice one, guys.
It is scraped on QAG. Yeah.
Oh, there's Trump as well. So I'm still at abolish the IRS.
Yeah,
I'm still at 9 a.m.
It's Scavino 47's account.
All right, Grass, we got to wrap it up. You're going to be late.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so this is 1 a.m. Dan Scavino's dropping breaking drug cartels. Okay. Let's see. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up. There it is. Yeah, there it is, guys. Well done. And so, okay, guys, I got 7 minutes left. Do you want to look into any of these crimes?
No, because you have to go, buddy.
Oh, well, dude. So what's up with these crimes?
I'm just saying that he had posted that at 11:30, right?
Yes.
And drop 4797 was also posted at 11:30 p.m.
Awesome.
That was the only thing.
3053.
That first one was Russia collusion files.
DARPA panic. NSA access. Snowden, guys. It talks about Snowden. Facebook is my bitch. Okay, guys. So
General Flynn talking about Snowden.
And
noise.
11:30 is Pentagon kills LifeLog project.
Boom. Yes.
Facebook is my bitch.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, let's give the final words to our beloved RQ Durfman.
Well, the mirror of the minutes and seconds, 3503, says
Durfman, the unstoppable. Let's see which one. What?
3503.
Okay. Thank you, Baker. We wouldn't be here without you. Okay.
God bless and thank you.
God bless you. Yes. Awesome, guys. We love you, Dan Scavino. Thank you so much for dropping us this epic gift of Comey, because this whole show, you know, we could call this the Expose Comey show, right? You know, and we were reading between the lines between FBI Kash Patel being brought in as the FBI director, you know, reading between the lines. We saw Comey over here. You know, we had General Flynn speaking about Comey 5-6 days after, you know, the team was already bringing us up to speed. And while we went live, guys, Dan Scavino drops at Comey, eyes on. All right. So again, what a show. Let everybody see this, guys. So bring everybody in. Maybe Les can loop this one for 1-2 times, you know, and then we're going to cut it. And then see you guys on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's going to be your 3 a.m. Let me see. Yes, there's going to be your 3 a.m. European time, 2 p.m. UK time. Okay, guys. God bless you all. Durfman, your final words to our beloved patrons out there. I got 4 minutes left.
Well, thank you all for joining in at the very last moment. Thank you, Thunder 777, American Scout, Brainstorm, Santa Fe Kate, Deflustrated. Thank you for moderating on Rumble and on YouTube. Jixter Trickster, thanks for dropping those gifts. Thank you, Ronnie, as well. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Not sure when, but again,
Tuesday.
Keep an eye. Tuesday, yes, but you know, you never know.
Yes, yeah. That's
you
true.
never
That's
know,
true.
right?
You never know.
All right, love you guys. Love you, Lance. Love you, Hopper. Scavino, thank you for everything you're doing, and we'll see you guys Tuesday.
Okay, guys, big shout out to Lefty who's watching on Pill.net. Big shout out to everybody watching on YouTube and on Rumble, and everybody watching on X, guys. Let's see how many people we got on X. So sorry, let me check it out, guys. We got how many people watching? We got 649 people watching. We love you guys. Thank you all so much for joining us on this last late notice. And again, sometimes we go live like this. So please, you know, hit the bell of notification so you get an alert every time we go live, guys. So make sure you do that. Hit the thumbs up. Big shout out to Lance on this epic quest. And big shout out to the endurance of Mr. RQ Durfman. This man has been on the Midnight Oil. We love you guys. Let's play Hold the Line. Let me shout each and every one out because you know I love you. And again, guys, look at this. Get the names of the guilty out there. And a shout out to all the whistleblowers out there. General Flynn was posting this at 6:30, showing us 1830 in the military timestamp, the Clinton Foundation with, you know, the human trafficking hotline. All right. Set the truth free, 6:30. And there it is, right? Within the minutes and seconds of 30:07, it shows you remarks regarding General Flynn, threat to the deep state. Thank you all so much for the patrons for getting the truth out there and their sacrifice. Your name will be in the history books. As General Flynn is saying in here, those whistleblowers, they gotta have a medal and a bonus, right? Threat to the deep state, allowing us to know the real truth. As his timestamp of 6:30 is saying, set the truth free. And the military timestamp is the Clinton Foundation with the human trafficking hotline. Okay, guys, shout out to General Flynn. Let me shout each and everyone out. Sandro Swift, B-Kid, Indy Ford. We love you guys. Brainstorm 45, Grixter Trickster, LVG, 73. Love how that rhymes. Let's play Hold the Line. Let me shout each and every one out because you know that I love you. Big shout out to Miss Grasshopper and happy anniversary, sweetheart. I love you. Carrying a beautiful little grasshopper in her beautiful belly, guys. God bless you all. See you on the flip side.
We're gonna hold the line.
Love you. We will be back in some form.
Too many of us think it is impossible.
What a party, guys. We love
Too
you.
many
To the moon
think it
and
is unreal. But that is a dangerous, defeatist belief.
It leads to the conclusion that we are gripped by forces we cannot control. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the storm magna. Okay, guys, we have arrived. Let's play the dig music. And like I always do, guys, I have to give a shout out to everybody that's supporting us on the grasshopper side, on the coffee side of things. Jamie WV, thank you so much for your epic support. Coco Scott sister, we love you. Miss Penny Black, thank you so much for your epic support. UK Patriot Steve, Jody, Jasmine Rose, UK Patriot Steve, and all of you beautiful patrons out there. Let's go to this one. Let's refresh and let's see. We have my favorites 45. Thank you so much. Oops, what's going on? Oh, dude, is it happening again? Betty Griffin, thank you so much. 10 coffees, guys. It's incredible. True Seeker, Betty Griffin, we love you. Sharia Me, and all you beautiful patrons out there. True Seeker, Boot 7, Soccer Moms Rock, Miss Penny Black, and all you beautiful Lori Lash. Thinking Free, and Kim B48. Thank you all so much for your epic support. I'm going to continue celebrating our 22nd anniversary, guys. So big shout out to Miss Penny Blake, Miss Grasshopper, guys. So sorry. Big shout out to Miss Grasshopper for allowing me to do a little live show with you guys. I had to do this. And big shout out to Dance Camino. Thank you so much for reaffirming James Comey in the crosshairs. General Flynn, you are kicking butt, my friend. And again, Lance and Durfman, we love you. Chat, see you guys. And Hinky Mary, right? Hikin Mary. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Grixer, Trickster, and Mamahood. We love you guys to the moon and back. See you guys on Tuesday or sooner, guys. You never know. So hit that bell of notification so you get an alert whenever we go live, because you never know, guys. We might go live in a few days, guys. Lance, take it away. We love you.